Now, after discovering Mendeleev's periodic table, it was found that there are a number of drawbacks in that periodic table. So, what are the drawbacks? Number one drawback, the position of hydrogen is not fixed in that periodic table. That is one of the drawback. Secondly, you know isotopes. Isotope means similar atomic number but different mass number. I mean their masses are different. Since their masses are different, so isotopes have different positions. For example, hydrogen contains 3 isotopes: protium, deuterium and tritium. Since their masses are different, their position should be different. But this Mendeleev cannot explain about the position of isotopes. Simply he placed the hydrogen in one place. But what about the position of isotopes? He cannot explain about that. And it is found that there are some elements whose masses are higher, but they placed before the elements whose atomic mass is lower one. So there are a number of defects inside the periodic table. Secondly, some elements, they are placed together, their properties are same, but they are placed in different groups. But there are some elements whose properties are same, placed in different groups, and properties same, properties different, but placed in similar groups. So number of defects present in Mendeleev's periodic table. So I'll give you one by one. These defects are very important. For exam, in exam the question asks what are the defects in Mendeleev's periodic table. Number one, this periodic table cannot explain about the position of isotopes or position of hydrogen. First time, about the position of hydrogen. This is one drawback. Number two, some elements with higher atomic masses or higher atomic weight are placed before the elements with lower atomic weight. This is one drawback. Number three, this periodic table cannot explain about the position of isotopes. Cannot explain about the position of isotopes. These are the main drawbacks. And number four, last one, some similar properties elements some dissimilar properties elements are grouped together while some similar elements are placed in different groups. So similar property elements should be in a definite group, but it was found that in the periodic table there are some elements whose properties are same, but they are placed in different groups, and there are some elements whose properties are different, but they are placed in similar group. So there are a number of drawbacks. So due to this drawback, the modern periodic table discovered, and this modern periodic table is based on atomic number. As the atomic number going on increasing, the property, maybe it's physical or chemical, the property of the element also going on changing. I mean, the physical and chemical property of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers. That is the modern periodic law. So now, after this, we will study about modern periodic law. Okay, now modern periodic law. According to this law, the physical and chemical properties, of elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers. That is, when the elements are arranged in order of increasing atomic numbers, the elements with similar properties are repeated after certain regular intervals. And you know this regular interval is called the periodicity properties. For example, you know in the periodic table lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. After that again start from sodium, magnesium, aluminium, like this. I mean, these are arranged in order of their increasing atomic numbers at a certain regular interval. Again it start from the beginning, because the property of lithium and sodium is same, the property of beryllium, magnesium is same. So like this way he arranged the elements and he made the periodic table, which is called modern periodic table. And these vertical columns are called what? Groups. And these horizontal lines, these are called what? Periods. So these are period and these are called groups. Now in the modern periodic table, there are 7 periods which are represented as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 7. And the groups are also represented as 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. But in modern periodic table, there are 18 groups. In Mendeleev periodic table, there were only 9 groups, but in modern periodic table, there are 18 groups. So like this way, the modern periodic table was discovered. You should know one thing: how many periods, how many groups are present in the modern periodic table. Always remember, in modern periodic table, there are 7 periods and there are 18 groups. Group number 1 to 18, just number 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 18, and similarly period number 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 7. Thank you.